On Seder night, we'll tell the story of the 4 children, and we'll be intrigued by the story of the rebellious child, the one we call in Hebrew Rasha, often translated as the wicked child. And that child's question is a very simple and straightforward question. Ma ha'avodah hazot lachem? What does this service mean to you? And it seemingly is a lovely question. Actually, it comes across as a very earnest question, but the Haggadah itself points out that the trouble with this question is that the child says, what does this service mean for you? And not for that child. The child excludes themselves from the story and from the history of our people. But there's something else in this question. Rav Simcha Bunim Sofer in the 19th century wrote that the key to the question is that word avodah, which means service. When the child says, what does this service mean to you? Because that word carries a lot of weight in the Haggadah as we're telling the story of the Exodus. Because avodah, service, also means work. And we reflect on the work, the back-breaking labor that the children of Israel performed while they were slaves in Egypt. And the purpose of the Haggadah is to show how that work can become service, how that work that was so difficult can be elevated. And we still work very hard, but now the work that we do brings us meaning and allows us to grow. And our response to that child and our response to all children and to all generations is to show that what we do is called avodah, this service, but it's not a burden, it's a joy. This year, Seder will be difficult for so many. Passover will be challenging because we are physically apart. And this is the time in particular when we want to be so connected. And we remind ourselves that we do this, that we separate because it's important. And it's not a burden, but rather it's a necessity that we must do in order to be together once again as families and as communities next year and for all years after that. Stay healthy, stay well, stay at home, and stay connected.